Oh.
What does this mean? I was redoing it again when you pushed the button.
Please work.
Yeah.
Please work.
So we're broadcasting. What's happening? Well, it says we're live on Facebook. Hey guys, sorry about this because this is the first time we're using this venue and we're trying to figure it out.
We keep trying to figure out a better way to reinvent the wheel.
Absolutely, but you know, that's what it's all about. You know, I think we are in the world right now where technology is changing. We have to, you know, get with it, and we get little bumps along the way. But those out there that don't know us, I am CC Schatz.
And I'm Kit Smith, and I'm the author of the book, Let's Meet Our Match, Your Complete Guide to Success in the World of Internet Dating. We're actually a couple of old farts, you know, trying to
Speak for yourself.
Oh, you're an old fart with me. We're trying to figure out all this technology, how we can create a better broadcast and reach out to more people. And this is another attempt at that. And hopefully, you know, hopefully we're reaching you. Hopefully you're seeing us. And
yeah, so come on board and let us know if you are. We should be able to pick up chats and things like that. I mean, we're trying.
Hit the view stream on Facebook.
We're trying to
Hit Facebook.
on Facebook up here.
No, here. This. Yes.
Yeah.
View stream on Facebook.
View stream on Facebook. Let's try that. Sorry, guys. We're going to try something different here. Okay. Well, we are the boy and girl thing. And we are trying to figure this out. So we will figure it out some way or the other. But let's go back. We'll keep talking, and hopefully you guys
Keeps bringing up the same picture here with this.
with Andrea's daughter.
I mean, she got nice little shorts on. It's not a picture I don't mind seeing.
Well, yeah, she's a child. So, all right. So that does make you an old coot, you know. But anyhow, all right. So let's go on with our topic. So you guys that are tuning in with us, please let us know if you are finding us on Facebook. We're trying this new venue here, so we're hoping that it's going well. But what we're going to talk about tonight, we have a really cool subject. We're going to talk about dating after 50, flirting, compliments, and waiting for sex. 6 rules for dating after 50.
And
we are all about the rules. Woo-hoo.
Oh yeah, and with by a lady named Bobby Palmer.
Yes, and if anyone has heard of
an
her
article that she authored.
Yeah, she's great, actually. I just recently got an ebook from her, and I really liked it. And the reason being is, you know what? Just the small amount that I've read so far, it's actually helped me. Okay. Because, you know, as I talk about all the time about we're older today, technology has changed, ways of changing, things are changing, and we can't date like we did when we were younger. And you know, you have to be grown. This is all about grown-up dating. And I was reflecting in some of that she was saying, and I thought, you know what, she's kind of right. I think maybe I am thinking about how my life was in the past, and you know, doing some of the things of sabotaging some of my relationships, I think, on my own. So anyhow, I think she's her stuff is great, and I like this article, so I thought we would talk about it. And if there's something we don't like about it, of course, we'll point that out. You know, we've done other shows about this particular kind of subject, but one of them is don't bond over your baggage. You know, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you compare notes of the damage that's been done in your life.
Yeah. So I thought that was
And
interesting.
you feel like you can relate to someone because, yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And you go, oh, yeah. So you feel like you've got this kinship, but really what you're doing is driving this wedge between you,
Well,
because no one wants to be talking about.
You're bonding on what might be considered something negative. Okay, your bad history, and we've all got some of that, some way more than others.
Right.
Okay.
That was my history, bad.
You know.
Well, yeah, we don't want to go there, so we're not going to talk about it. So don't talk about your baggage. So the next one, look at this one. Don't call him if he doesn't call you. Look at that one. Don't call him if he doesn't call you. Yes, I know he said he was going to call. He didn't. So what should you do?
Step back and, and just see if you ever get that call.
Yeah.
And if you don't within a reasonable period of time, then it wasn't meant to be. And it's not going to happen.
That's what she said. She said a grown-up dater gives him a reasonable amount of time to show up and then says, big deal, so what? And moves on. Yep, just like he did. And here's the thing, we put too much into that very beginning stage. We're just meeting each other. We're trying to come together. And, if he doesn't call, he's just not into you. That's all there is to it. How many times have you actually gone out with somebody that you're not into them, and then they call and they're going, oh, man, or you don't answer the phone, or you don't do certain things. Yeah. So, just chalk it up, because it happens on both sides. It may not work for you, may not work for him. But it's better to know.
What you want to try to do is have a real sense of where things are going to go after that initial meeting. If there's chemistry both ways, that phone call's coming.
What about this rule? Wait 3 days. Though?
Wait 3 days.
There's this thing about
I'm trying to call her on the way home. Before she gets home on the first date.
Yeah.
Hey, it was really great meeting you. I can't wait to see you again. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you feel the same way.
Well, some women would say you're being too much. That's being too much.
Then there are other women who would say, oh my God, that is so great. I never,
Okay, this is my take on it. This is what I feel that you should do. And this is just my opinion. I feel that when you're going to leave, you need to ask. Because I remember my ex did this, and I was very impressed by it. And he asked me, he said, could I call you? Do you mind if I call you? And so he's setting the stage for that to happen. I think it's a polite thing to do. So, I think then when you ask that question, she knows right then you're interested, And so if you really are not interested, that's your time to say.
What you want to try and do. And this is kind of the prevailing wisdom of internet or online dating.
Right.
You meet someone in person for the first time. You'll pretty much know within a matter of minutes, seconds even, I've been told, whether there's an attraction there. After you've spent some time communicating a little bit and exchanging thoughts and whatnot, you'll have a pretty good idea of where this is going to go or where it's not going to go.
Right.
All right.
Well, sure, but I still feel I think women are impressed. Now we're coming from a man and woman's perspective. And I personally feel that it's very nice when a guy is polite. And so when he says, I'd like to call you again, it's straight up, he likes you. And he's interested in calling you. The other thing is it sets the expectation. Number one, it's that her time to go ahead and say, well, you know what, I think maybe not, or what. But if he says if he's asking if it's okay to call, you doggone better call. you know, because he set that precedent. She's
And the-
going to think that he's going to be calling.
And the flip side to that argument is that just someone saying, oh, yeah, just to be nice and be able to escape and get to their car.
Yeah, but I always lean on the positive side. And I always think that if he's asking me that, he must be into me.
Okay.
And I'm going to go home and happy camper because I'm thinking,
So, but yeah,
into me, and I'm all happy.
Okay, but
That's
suppose
great.
what happens when you're not? When you're not interested and he asks you that
Then I
question?
think it's your time to, put your big girl panties on and say, hey, you know what? I think you're a great guy, but I just don't think there's a connection. I mean, I think I'd love to be a friend.
And
if you want to call me and we
from my
hang out or something, fine.
personal experience, that just does not happen
Well,
all that often.
It may not happen, but that's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about is if he doesn't call you back, how you should handle it. And so we need to know that it's okay that if he doesn't call, because it's good to know.
I mean,
that,
okay, the call is one thing. Another thing could be however you became connected.
Did you read this article? You're
However-
hopping off the article.
However you became connected to begin with. Let's say through an online dating website, okay, you can wait a little while and say, okay, an email back through the site and say, okay, we went out, I haven't heard from you in a couple, 3 days or 4 days. What are you thinking? All right. And that way you're putting him on the spot to tell you what's going on. And
all right, here's the thing. If the guy is into you, he's going
to be calling.
Oh yeah, he's going to be calling you. He's going to be doing what it takes to make it happen. You as a woman need to step back and allow him. You can give him the flirting, you can give him the signals. We all have them. You can give him the signals. You can do whatever, but you have to allow him to step forward and let him step forward. And I think a lot of times, and Bruce Starr talks about this a lot, about, women, we're much more into ourselves now, and we tend to step forward a little bit too soon. And I just don't think we need to do that. I think we need to allow men to be men, and I think if the guy doesn't work for us and he's coming on, he's giving us signals that he is interested and we're not, I think we need to tell him. I think we need to be nice about it. Maybe you can't do it right then, but you certainly should do it, through the website or something like that.
I'll be until someone comes along with an argument that can change my mind. I will be forever convinced that how this is going to go within the first.
Oh, sure. I think so. And everybody that ever goes out with me just totally wants to go out again. So that's the way it is. No, I'm kidding you. Okay, so the next one is don't have sex until you're really ready. Now it's funny she has this on as the third one.
Yeah.
But I think it's because we're older, and what's happening now is that because we're older, they want to make sure they get it in. Maybe they pop that Viagra pill and they're thinking, hey, I don't want to waste it. They're like $20 a pill.
I'm a believer in the idea that when you talk to someone and you with your divorce groups and the people that you talk to, I'm a believer in the idea that they will say to you, well, what happened? What do you think went wrong? Well, we stopped communicating. And I'm a believer in the idea that the sex that you were or were not having, that's what you couldn't communicate about, and here I am. Okay? After a while, if you don't have some sort of energy going or something exciting really going, and after how many years of being together, it gets kind of the same old thing after a while. And if you can't communicate about how it's not making you happy anymore, guess what? You start to look outside the relationship.
What are we talking about here?
Sex. You want to get on sex? Here we go. Okay.
Well, I think we're talking about it at the very beginning. They're talking about it at the very beginning.
And
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, if you want to truly build a relationship with somebody, you have to build that relationship. So to step right into it straight on, then that's sex, you know. And so what do you want? Do you want to build a relationship with somebody, or do you just want to go out and have sex? So I mean, that's the way it is. So if you're at the beginning stages of a relationship, you should not have sex. You should not have it until you're ready.
Okay.
And until you're ready to be able to do, you know, to be able to give more of yourself.
All right, I'm going to put this.
Or it's just
I'm going to put this in your lap.
Okay, put it in my lap, because you know what, I can get a little hot.
Suppose you go through all of that. Okay, and you think on every other level, we have a great relationship. We talk.
But how long are we in this? What are you talking about here?
Okay.
How long have we been going out? How many dates are we talking about? What have we built here? Are we on our second date, third date? What is this?
In general. Okay.
No, you can't. You can't
Yes, you
generalize
can.
it. No,
Yes, you can.
No, what do you guys say out there? Because I don't
Yes,
think
you can. Stop.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think you can generalize it.
Here's my point of view.
No,
And you can throw it down the garbage disposal like you always do.
Nah.
Let's suppose you meet in person for the first time.
Okay.
There's an immediate
Bang.
chemistry.
Yes.
Chemistry.
Everything is going off. All the light bells are
Now-
ringing, and the lights are all
Now
on.
you go home. Maybe there's a kiss on the cheek.
Mhm.
Good night.
Mhm.
I'll be calling you. Can I call you in a couple days? Oh, yes, please do. I'll be looking forward to it.
Right.
Everything is just humming right along.
Right.
You go out on what would be considered a real first date where you have an activity.
Mhm.
Okay, a movie, an art museum, a festival, a concert, whatever.
Right.
Sitting on the beach. You're having a real first date, not just a meeting.
Right.
And boy, it just got even better. I like you even more after this.
Okay.
Whether
We
it-
only have
whether it was a second date, third date, fourth date, until you get to that point, okay, the last thing that's left, we got to take a test drive. Let's see what you're like in the bedroom. And that comes from the women too. That's
right.
that's the women too, because chances are a lot of them have come out of long-term marriages, relationships, okay, that the sex just withered away. It wasn't exciting anymore. It wasn't fun anymore. And before they get to the point where age-wise it doesn't matter anymore, I want to experience that thrill again before it's too late.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay. So
Now,
the point of this article, we're going way off the article.
Everything in the relationship so far, the dating is just wonderful. He's kind, he's considerate, he's a gentleman, he's mannerly, he's polite, he talks nice to other people, he makes me laugh. This is fantastic. We go to bed, you stink. This is horrible. Okay, now what? Now what?
Are you asking me to answer this, or are you just saying
the sex is lousy.
Okay, so let's back it up. The beauty of what I think she's trying to get across to us is that as we're building a relationship, we're going through this chain of events and this reaction of our feelings. You know, our feelings are starting to come alive. We're starting to connect. We're starting to really kind of like a flower open up. And that's what she's saying about don't have sex until you're truly, really ready. And that means you're not necessarily having sex to, you know, try it out, you know, put it in the driver's seat type of thing. But what you're really doing is you want to try to bond with that person. Now, let's say, for instance, that doesn't go very well. Hey, Bruce, why is it hard to meet someone new? I don't want to go to the clubs or bars. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's true. We'll talk about that one. But the thing is that if you truly take the time to start nurturing that relationship, if it bombs, then you can say, hey, what's up with this? And 9 times out of 10, it's nerves, because, there are pills that you take, there are things that you can do. And so because of the first time, if you haven't done it in a long time, or if that relationship really starts to mean something to you, you start getting nervous and maybe your performance isn't all that great. But here's the thing, and I know we've had this on the show before with some great guests that we've had. Dr. Kat is one of them that comes to mind. It's the loving, bonding relationship. And if you can talk about it and say, hey, what's up with this? What's happening? What do I need to do? 9 times out of 10, even if he couldn't actually perform, he could make the woman feel good. I mean, he can, of course, she could probably have an orgasm or whatever. He can do what he needs to do if he takes the time and he's loving enough. And here's the thing for women, if it's at that point where she's had that relationship with him, she has started bonding with him, she does want to be with them, and that he falters there, but he's still able to show her that he cares about her, then that's just taking it to a whole different level. I mean, when you start to love somebody, you're creating love and a bonding with them. It's not just getting in the driver's seat and then banging the door. It's not, you're not 20 anymore, But I do know that I think because we're older, I think men do tend to rush it a little bit because they, they're clicking, they're ticking, their time is ticking, so they don't want to miss out on that. Y'all, if we're not seeing your comments, it's because we're not quite used to this yet. So the comments are on another page here, so we're up there. Sylvia, I see it's nice to have you. Let us know what you're thinking about this new platform here on Zoom, because we'd like to know what people are thinking about it and if we're coming across right. So let's go on to the next one, because I know that's a really heavy one. And we're not going to probably get through these, but let's see here. We did that one. Do start finding 3 things you like about him. And I think that's really cool what she's saying, because she's got this whole grown-up attitude about dating. And so often we want to find fault with someone. Oh, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, whatever. He didn't open the car door for me, that kind of thing. But when they do something really great, we need to say that. We need to say, I really appreciate you doing this for me. I want to know that I've noticed it. That's he wants to know you notice these things,
Mm-hmm.
So find out these great things, and the same thing with her, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure. I can't disagree with that.
Okay, so we're all on the same page. All right. Do flirt like a grown-up. What's this one say? Keep your body language open, play with your hair. Oh, look at that. Smile, touch his arm, the best flirt of all, compliment him, and, be a woman. Oh, yeah, let's hear this. Because this is part of the chemistry thing, isn't it?
Big time.
Yeah. So let's talk about this.
If
It's the thing that we have, that men want most. Oh. That's interesting.
One of the things I found doing some of the research that I've done and to try to understand all of this so much better is a true sign that someone is feeling it is if they're looking at your mouth, looking at your lips. And while we're,
oh, really?
Yes.
They're looking at your mouth?
Yes, and your lips.
Not your eyes?
Nope.
Mm.
Maybe your eyes when you start speaking,
Yeah.
but their eyes will drift to your lips.
That's interesting.
Yes. And that's how you know that someone is becoming maybe even more than just interested.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that. I did not.
What?
I didn't know that.
I
But
presented
I do
something.
know that women. They say that women. I read this article one time that women should, like lick their lips a little bit, like wet their lips.
Mhm.
Yeah. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's why.
And if
the
she's
guys are
looking at
it.
mine, is what she's telling me we're beyond, we've gone over the interest hurdle.
So do you watch for that then?
Yep.
That is funny.
I look, I'll see if that's happening. Yeah.
That's funny.
That's one of that's, if you want to
I
flirt.
thought it was eyes. I thought if you looked into their eyes. So I guess I should have been looking at their mouths.
And the reason.
So watch what you eat when you're on a date.
As many times, we have brought up the chemistry thing.
Mhm.
How many, we're going to keep doing it. The chemistry thing is not going to go away.
Mhm.
That is a sign or a signal that some chemistry has been established.
Oh, what's happening here? Oh, I pushed a button that I shouldn't have pushed. I shouldn't have pushed that button. We're learning this. But then, that's interesting, Kate, because I did not know that myself. And that's very interesting. So I'm going to pay closer attention to that and see who's watching my lips. That's why I wear red lipstick. I wear white lipstick.
Red is the ultimate female color.
There you go.
You want to get my attention, wear red.
Okay. What, on clothing or just the lips?
Both.
Okay. I wear a lot of black, so I don't know what that says about me.
I hate black.
Oh, really? Yeah. I wear a lot of black.
I know you do.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are you telling me?
Me personally, I love bright colors.
Yeah.
You know that.
I get it, yeah.
You know that from working with me.
Yeah, I know. Because whenever I wear something bright, you always compliment me on it.
We're working on some of the stuff that we work on together. I'm all about bright colors. Black just doesn't do anything.
Guys, I was told by someone just here recently that we should put a camera on, like when we're setting up and when we're doing stuff, so behind the scenes, so you guys can see what we go through and what we do. But it's funny because then we start talking like this. You can tell we're friends because now we're starting to talk about the clothes I wear, like he likes and he doesn't like. But it is true. I do wear, and I've been told that too, that I wear too much black and I should wear brighter colors. But because I'm actually letting everyone know that after the shows tonight, I'm going on vacation, and I realized when I pack my stuff,
I'll tell you, if you were to hold up two identical outfits, one is a brightly colored print, and the other is black, same outfit, same cut, same outfit, same whatever. I'm going to scream at you to put on the bright colored print. And I'm going to take the black and use it as a bath mat.
See, now I was always raised, and ladies out there, join me and let me know what you think. As I was always raised that black was kind of sexy. And so I wear black because, I have the blonde hair going on and all that. And so I thought I was being sexy.
And women still,
and I always want the little black
dress, the cocktail dress. I get it.
Yeah. So we were always told that. So, we're gonna have to go. Oh gosh, we're gonna have to go, guys. We were jabbering on, but I hope you guys like the show. We do appreciate you guys being with us. So I am Cece Schatz.
I'm Kit Smith, and
we are here on the Boy and Girl Thing.
We're not going to be back for 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I'm going on vacation, but I'm gonna bring you on my vacation with me. So I'm gonna do a little live broadcast, so you guys can join me on my vacation and see what I'm up to. So I'll let you guys know. So when I get going tonight, when I'm on the road, I'm going to hop here on Facebook Live, and I'm going to let you guys know what I'm doing and what
That's great.
we're having. So I'm going to have you come along with me for my vacation. You know, I haven't had a real vacation in like 9 years, so I'm really excited about it.
Well, that's great. I hope you have a great time. I
Yeah,
hope you have
I'm
a
looking
chance to
forward to it.
chill out.
Well,
a
actually, it
little
hasn't
bit.
been that
I
long.
hope you have a chance to chill out a little bit. Jesus.
Yeah, it'll be fun. All right, bye for now, and we'll see you later.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Good night.